Hey everyone, welcome to our next video, and today's video is going to be a bit different. Well, I was wondering why after having food do we burp or even fart? Well, if you want to know the answer to that, today I'm going to discuss about the scientific reasons why we either burp or we have fart. So let's get into it. In order to understand farting and burping, we need to know about the gases that are produced in our body. So while having food or while digesting food, our body produces some sort of gases. And these can be categorized into two types. One is the endogenous gas and the other is the exogenous gas. So whenever you are having food, you not only take food, you are also taking in some amount of gas from the atmosphere. So whenever we are taking in gas from the atmosphere, those gases enter the belly, and since they cannot stay inside the belly, they have to come out because of the pressure exerted by the walls of the stomach. Now, when this comes out, they come out in the form of burp. Now, these gases that are taken in from the atmosphere are called the exogenous gases, since they are taken from outside. Now, during the digestion process, our body also, with the help of some enzymes and some acids, try to digest the food. And at that point of time, also some gases are involved, or not involved, they are evolved. So these gases are called the endogenous gases. So now, let us first begin with burping. You see, burping is what takes place through our mouth. So at the very beginning, when you are having food, at that time, when I said right now, that when you are having the food enters your belly, and along with it enters a lot of gas from the atmosphere or air. This air has to come out, and that comes out through the esophagus, through our mouth, and that is called burping. Now that is not the only way we burp. Our burping is also based on another process of endogenous gases. Now endogenous gases are the gases, as I said, they are produced during the digestion process. So maybe after you have had your food, you had a burp after 2 hours or 3 hours. That is because of the endogenous gas. And the exogenous gas is released when you are having food, or maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes after you have had the food. That is when you are having food, sometimes you get a burp. And that is not because of the digestion process, because digestion generally takes 2 to 4 hours in our body for complete digestion of food. So that gas, when you give out through your mouth while having the food, is actually the exogenous gas. Now coming to endogenous gas will be produced in the stomach or in the small intestine, or maybe in the large intestine. Now these gases which are produced during the digestion process in our stomach or in our small intestine or large intestine, these gases, when they come out through the mouth, are called burp. And these gases, these endogenous gases or the exogenous gases, they generally consist of oxygen, carbon dioxide, sulfur gases, nitrogen and hydrogen gas. So these are the general gases that are present in both endogenous and exogenous gases. And how do we get these gases formed? These gases are generally formed due to the intake of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates produce the most amount of these endogenous gases. So endogenous gases are a direct result of the intake of carbohydrates more than any other part of the food. So these gases, when they come out to the mouth, are called burping. Now next, let us move into farting. So farting is what that comes out through our anus. So that is where the gases formed in the large intestine come into play. So what happens in this case is, when you have your food and these carbohydrates, these vegetables or fruits or the sugar containing food that you have, maybe some beans or some nuts, whatever that contains carbohydrate, high in starch, high in fiber, or maybe low in sugar, but sugar containing food. This sugar containing food enter your stomach, and when they are not completely digested in your stomach, they enter the small intestine. When they are not digested completely in the small intestine, that's when they enter the large intestine. And in the large intestine, we have some bacteria that act on those foods in order to digest them, as our body could not digest it properly. So while the bacteria is acting on those food to digest them, what they do is they release some gases, and these gases generally include hydrogen gas, or sometimes they include methane as well. These gases, along with the oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen, while they are formed in the large intestine, it is easier for them to come out through the anus, and that's why they come out through the anus, causing fart. The question is, why does the fart have such a foul smell? Well, see, the gases that are produced in the large intestine include one more gas, which is the hydrogen sulfide, H2S. And this hydrogen sulfide has a very, very bad odor. If you have ever been near any chemistry laboratory, you must have had the smell of hydrogen sulfide, which is the foulest smell you can ever have. And that hydrogen sulfide is produced in your body in the large intestine by some bacteria. It contains the sulfur from the food that it has taken. Now, this hydrogen sulfide, when it comes out, it only accumulates about 1% of the total volume of the gas that is produced and is expelled out of your body. So that 1% of hydrogen sulfide is the reason why you have so much of bad odor while you fart. But hydrogen sulfide is not produced at all times. Because sometimes we fart but we don't have any smell, any foul smell. So that is because hydrogen sulfide is not produced. So when we don't have hydrogen sulfide, well, that is a win-win case for everyone. I hope you understand. So that is why we have burping and farting. These are all because of the gases produced either from the exogenous ones or the gas produced by bacteria or the enzymes in our body. Generally, farting is because of the endogenous gases produced by the bacteria, and burping is because of the endogenous gases produced by the enzymes or chemicals in our body or the exogenous gases. So hope that is clear. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, do click on the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want more of this sort of videos, and make sure to comment if you have any other ideas of any other topics on which I can make a video for you, and share it with your friends if you think that they can enjoy it too. So until next time, cheers.